Nuggets taking on Game 3 and 4 on the road and trying to up the series at 2 apiece. Do you think Ant and the T-Wolves blew their chance to go to the Western Conference Finals, Perk?
Hell no, it's still 2-2. Look, I believe that this series is now going to go 7 games. Anthony Edwards is going to continue to be great. Mike Conley will play better. Karl Anthony Towns will find his groove again. And the one thing that we do have to realize is that the Minnesota Timberwolves are very comfortable in Denver. They done won 2 games on Denver home court. So it's not like they're going to walk in there and be afraid of the moment.
Yep.
Well, I need Karl Anthony Towns to play better, Perk, because that's the thing. Look, I already know what Ant Edwards going to give me. I know that, but you look at Jokic. He seemed to be finding his rhythm. He's figured it out. He was very efficient, and you only got 5 points from Michael Porter Jr. last night. You know, 1 game per series. You know, Aaron Gordon is going to go off. He's going to look like a guy that should be an all-star. Mm-hmm. He went off last night, only missed 1 shot, started the game 10 for 10. You remember that Game 3 against the Lakers on the road? He goes 29 and 14. We know he can have games like that, at least one of those games. But what happens when Porter Jr. shoots the lights out of the ball to go along with Jokic? Like you know what Jokic will do. He's going to give you. I'm surprised that he really haven't had a big-time double-double game in a win. The only triple-double he had was a loss. But if you look at all the other games, he's been around 7, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. But they're doing a great job of not letting him get everybody else involved. But Aaron Gordon somehow found a way to get involved last night. And that's going to be troubling and concerning for the Timberwolves.
Let me say why you have to give Aaron Gordon all the credit in the world. Believe it or not, it's not just because of the 11 for 12 shooting from the field. Mike Malone pointed this out. The defense on Karl Anthony Towns.
Yep.
Right? And then last but not least, what about the fact that Game 2, we saw Jamal Murray getting hounded like hell against that Minnesota defense. So what does Mike Malone do? He has Aaron Gordon bringing the ball up the court, past half court, to take that onus off the shoulders of Jamal Murray, which obviously allowed them to set into their offense quicker, and it freed Jamal Murray up to be that shooting guard that we know he could be. So Aaron Gordon was instrumental in that regard as well. I don't think this series is over. Obviously, Game 5 is pivotal, make no mistake about it.
Correct.
And Anthony Edwards, I think he's going to show up. Can Karl Anthony Towns show up?
That's the question.
And not only that, it's time for Finch and his crew to make adjustments. Are you going to continue to play Rudy Gobert? Because Rudy Gobert in the regular season is not Rudy Gobert in the postseason defensively. He's a defensive player of the year in regular season. In the postseason, he ain't that. You got to make an adjustment. Their best defensive performance was when he was in the hospital with his fiancée. They're giving birth to their kid.
Think about what you just said. Perk, did you hear what this man said?
Yeah.
This man said the defensive player of the year.
4 times.
4 times.
Yes.
Tied the record with Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace.
That's right.
Is that you got to limit his play in the playoffs.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this, Shades? Hold on, Perk. One more point, Perk. You know why I could say that? You know what makes it bad? That's exactly the complaint Donovan Mitchell in Utah had when Rudy Gobert was in Utah. They said come playoff time, it's a defensive liability because he can't step away from the basket and do but so much. It's problematic. And in this case, you still had Jokic pushing him around. In the second half, bro, Jokic was pushing him around.
Give it to him.
Go ahead, Perk.
I said this early on Get Up. He's the only player that goes from a defensive player of the year in the regular season to a defensive liability in the postseason. And that has to come from within. You're 7-3, okay? You're supposed to be the ultimate rim protector. I just want to see you get into a fight with Jokic. Not a physical fight. I want to see you make it hard on him. Limited his catches, meeting him early, things to that nature. As a guy that was a post defender, I'm watching the little things that's supposed to be done. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep it simple. Do what Aaron Gordon has been doing to Karl Anthony Towns. Try to do that to Jokic. Aaron Gordon has done an exceptional job of getting Karl Anthony Towns off his spot and having him take 10 to 15 feet jump hooks.
Question for you, Perk. In all seriousness, I'm not debating it. You the big man, not me. Jokic is so special. I watch his footwork. I watch the contact he creates, not the contact he absorbs, the contact he creates. And if you go back and you play that footage again of Rudy Gobert defending against Jokic, look at Rudy Gobert just flailing because Jokic is just moving him. You know, it's like, okay, I can't jump but so much, but guess what? I have this body control. I have this footwork. I have this basketball IQ. On this level, watch this. Look at that. Just, and made sure before he jumps off the opposite foot, he just leans on him just a little bit. I keep telling you, I keep bringing up Tyson Fury, right? When he fought Deontay Wilder, right? Because that weight, that girth, that big man, old man weight just leaning on you. That's what Jokic does. You have to get to a point where you're looking at Rudy Gobert and asking the question: Is he helpless?
Yeah.
Is he helpless?
Because he doesn't give you anything offensively. He doesn't give you anything offensively. So if you're not going to give me, Rudy Gobert is a help defender. He's not an on-the-ball defender because you look at everybody that he guards, that he guards himself, they cook him. They be talking about his oxtail. They talk about neck bones. They talk about collard greens, yam, cornbread, fried chicken. It's Sunday dinner. It's Mother's Day for them.
Right.
So he's a help defender. That's why Jokic gives him the business. Perk, you said he goes from defensive player of the year to damn near sixth man. You got to bring him off the bench. That shouldn't happen. A guy that makes that kind of money, and then in the fourth quarter, late in ball games, you can't play him. He should be embarrassed.
Let me say this. I used to have to get into the fight. Late, great Kobe Bryant, one of my shining moments is him on record saying, when I got traded to Oklahoma City, that, yeah, they gift wrapped one for Perk. He's the best low post defender in the league. I'm 6'9". I wasn't athletic. And this is a time where I had to go against guys like Yao Ming, Tim Duncan, aging Shaq, but still dominant, or Rasheed Wallace. And I had the assignment of guarding them by myself, or Dwight Howard when he was in Orlando. And so I know they're not Jokic, right? Like, Jokic is skilled, arguably the most skilled center to ever play the game of basketball. My thing is that you're not going to stop him, but there's certain times that I'm watching throughout the course of the game where I'm like, Rudy, you could have did a little bit more. Like, it could have been a little bit more physical. You could have shaded him this way. You could have slid those puppies. At certain times, I'm like, why didn't you go block that shot? Like, you're 7'3". At some point, you got to make him uncomfortable. I thought in game 2, Naz Reid and Karl Anthony Towns did a great job of making him uncomfortable. You're not going to stop Jokic,
no.
But damn it, there's ways that you could make him get into the fight and slow him down at times.
Yeah, but you got to get him out that. You let him make a couple of shots early, and that's what any of these great players, Perk, you know this. You let him get comfortable early, it's over. And you let him make a couple of shots, 4 or 5 from the floor to start the game, it's over. You're not stopping him now. He done saw the ball go into the basket. And you're right, when Naz Reid, but you see what happens, he get comfortable. Now Naz Reid didn't have an answer. Karl Anthony Towns didn't have an answer. Rudy Gobert doesn't have an answer. Once he gets it going, you're at his mercy. You just, man, I sure hope he missed this shot right here. Because you're not going to stop him, because he's going to get to wherever he wants to get on the court. He's going to jump off of either foot. And I've never seen a guy have that kind of touch when he shoots the basketball, Perk. It's almost like he's shooting it on pillars.
Put Karl Anthony Towns on him. Use Rudy as a help defender if you have to. But in the end, make sure you got to take your chances. I remember Isaiah Thomas used to tell me that Chuck Daly, God rest his soul, was one of those dudes. Guard your man. We don't want to hear nothing. Guard your man. We ain't doubling. Guard your man, right? Now, if you're not going to do that, then you got to make it, all right, Michael Porter or Aaron Gordon going to have to beat us from the outside. They're going to have to beat us from the outside.
Gordon or KCP.
We ain't letting nothing get in here, and we're going to key on Jamal Murray, and we'll take our chances against Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter. Now, that might be doomed, too. Please don't get me wrong, because those brothers have shown they can show up and they can produce. But nevertheless, you're going to have to take your chances because you don't want to unleash Jamal Murray.
Right.
You don't want to unleash him, and Jokic is Jokic. You just don't want to.
Right. So, yeah, I'm helping off of Aaron Gordon and KCP.
There we go.
KCP, if you shoot 30.
No, I'm not. Don't leave KCP open.
I'm going to leave him open.
Not him. I believe Michael Porter open.
No,
KCP KCP?
No.
KCP?
No.
Listen, I know what Michael Porter can do. I know what Michael Porter could do. Please don't get me wrong. But it's KCP's job to shoot. Leave him open?
I'm leaving him. I'm not leaving Michael Porter Jr. I don't know if you noticed. Did you see what he did to the Lakers?
Did
you see what he did?
I saw what a lot of people did to the Lakers.
There you go.
I saw what a lot of people did
to the Lakers. What Indiana doing to the Nets.
I got it.
Take us home.
Here's the thing. Aaron Gordon is going to have to beat me. Do I think Aaron Gordon could shoot 100% from the three like he did in Game 4? Hell no. But again, they got to pick their defensive intensity back up and play without fouling. I mean, yeah, credit to the Nuggets. They did an exceptional job. But Game 4 was lost at the end of that first half. You cannot have that type of swing at the end of the first half. Those costly turnovers, those bonehead mistakes going into the halftime that took the energy out of the crowd when they was making a comeback. And I thought they never came back from that.